Hey guys, let's talk about tequila. All right. So this tequila is made by a guy named Greg Sobel. And Greg is a drummer who lives up in Michigan. And he has a lot of Mexican Jewish heritage. And what he wanted to do is create a true Jewish kosher tequila that they could use to celebrate at their family parties and their weddings and all of their events that they get together at, and have something that they can drink that is kosher, meets all of the things that they need to be able to drink it during all of the different Jewish holidays. So tequila is something they yell out in the new year. They say L'chaim and Tekiah. So that's where the name came from, kind of goes with tequila. I did an interview with Greg and he talks about this logo, and the logo itself is really amazing. It actually has so much tradition and heritage that it really explains the whole process of the tequila. And this one's a little bit different than some of the others. One, the agaves come from a different region. So, there's multiple regions where the agaves can be grown and still make tequila. And one of them is in the state of Michoacán. So that's where these agaves are grown. So, we talk about the lowlands a lot. We talk about the highlands a lot. And we don't talk about Michoacan a lot. So it's being made in NOM 1574, and they're utilizing a low pressure autoclave. So cooking low and slow using really ripe agaves. And then they're going in and crushing with a roller mill. They're using deep well water for their water, and they're using open fermentation with a proprietary yeast in stainless steel tanks. And from there, they're going into stainless steel stills with copper coils. So still using a copper for that distillation process with a little bit of the influence of that stainless steel. So let's dive into this one as we drink a little bit of a drummer's dream coming true and making a great tequila. So you get the cooked agave, of course, but you get a little bit more of a citrus note, almost like a Highlands agave. I get a little bit of a pepper on the nose as well. It has a nice viscosity on the mouth, you get a really good mouthfeel. You get a great agave sweetness. You get that cooked agave flavor, but you also get a really interesting amount of minerality, along with mixing in there some citrus, and it's very creamy tasting as well, or buttery, if you will. So that influence of those agaves that are coming from a different area kind of bring a whole different flavor profile to this tequila. Of course, you can tell it's tequila and it tastes like great tequila, but that floral and that citrus notes with this really increased minerality is just really good. It's a really interesting flavor. It actually has a little bit of a dried fruitness to it as well. Easy to drink Blanco. This one is coming in at your normal 80 proof or a 40 ABV. And they've done a great job making this tequila. It's an affordable tequila. I'll put the website up here, tekiahspirits.com, so you can find out where to buy it. It is growing in its areas of availability. And again, guys from Michigan, so that's kind of cool to have a Midwesterner here. Check out the video I did with Greg where he explains everything about the tequila, how it's made, where it's made, the whole process, and the rich heritage that comes along with this, and his reason for creating this tequila. When he tells the story about his mother, who's an entrepreneur from Mexico City, it's really heartwarming, and it's such a great story. So a guy that's worked in rock and roll music, country music, played drums for some great bands, and opened for some amazing acts all through rock and roll and country music. It's a really cool story. So Tekiah, L'chaim, cheers. Have some great tequila. Thanks for tuning in, guys.